Hey everyone, my name's Caswell Cook and I'm running for State Senate here in District 38. And of course, coastal access is a huge issue and people want to know where the candidates stand. And of course, as the state senator for this district, I would be representing all of the coastal areas in Westerly and quite a bit up through Charlestown. So I don't think there's going to be any candidate that's going to say I'm against coastal access, public access. I do think that the mean high tide mark is a nebulous distinction, and I think the visible high tide mark is better. I do also say that we need to respect people who actually own the houses on the beach, and we're not going to trash their places just because we have access. So there is a balance that has to be struck, but public access is public access, and a right to pass, a right to fish. I know, collect seaweed. I don't know anyone collecting seaweed in 2020 like they did back in the 1850s, but still, that was something that's in the Rhode Island Constitution. So all the candidates will probably tell you, yeah, I'm for it, but I figured I would tell you what I've actually done, and that might be a little bit more helpful to see what my thoughts are and how I would, govern. The whole thing of public access is something that the Mesquamacut Business Association that I run has taken pretty seriously. And we do maintain quite a few public access right-of-ways here in Mesquamacut. So I'm going to show you a few pictures of the access ways that my road crew and myself go out. We pick up the trash, we sweep the sidewalks in front of the access, and we just always check to make sure the signage is there. So take a look at some of those access ways that we help to maintain, along with a ton of other organizations that do trash pickup and check on those right-of-ways. So look at these pictures, you'll see and recognize some of them. Let's also talk about pond access. Here's where the drive-in is and the parking lot here at Wishkenow. And you can even put your kayak here if you talk to the rec department. And we cleared this path for access to Winnapaug Pond years ago. The rec department did that. So, not every single public access way is as easy to show as the ones I've shown you here in Mesquamacut. There are ones that are in dispute. I know as a town councilor, I've, voted for ones that are still being determined by CRMC, and they're still in conflict with neighbors or with the fire districts or things like that. And I get it, and that's going to happen. But generally, my track record has been that I have voted for marking and maintaining and figuring out which public access areas in Westerly are truly public access, truly open to the public. And once that's been determined, I've always voted, and I always will continue to vote, to make sure those access ways are kept clear and make sure that, private owners don't try to infringe on that or say, oh no, this was actually mine, or let the bushes grow up so that years later they can't determine whether it was public or not. So I think we've got a pretty good track record here in Westerly for pushing for as much coastal access as we can, and I will continue to do that as a senator. So that's my stance on coastal access. I know I probably left some things out. I just ask that in the comments, just be nice. If you have a question, ask me. I'm not trying to hide anything. My whole life is pretty much an open book, and obviously, running the Mesquamacut Business Association, we're all about access to the beach. I mean, that's what we do. We want people to come to the beach and enjoy the beach, whether you want to swim or whether you want to fish or whatever it is. So I hope this video shed a little bit of light onto my views on coastal access, and I hope you will consider voting for me in November.